The news update. Lai Mohammed cries out, says, "I can't lie. You media allowed Nigeria castigate Buhari." The details. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has accused some broadcast media outfits of allowing Nigerians to use their platform to castigate President Muhammadu Buhari. Mohammed disclosed this at the 75th General Assembly of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, in Kano on Thursday. He also lamented that broadcast media houses allowed some Nigerians to use their platforms to carry out divisive messages. Mohammed urged broadcast stations to ensure that their platforms are used to serve both public and national interests, rather than the interest of a few naysayers and agents of destabilization. According to Mohammed, today in Nigeria, some broadcast stations revel in lending their platform to those whose stock in trade is to spew hate, as well as angry and divisive rhetoric and misinformation. Someone went on national television to say that the army officer that was abducted from the Nigeria Defense Academy in Kaduna on August 24, 2021 had been killed, only for the officer to be rescued alive shortly after. Some broadcast stations lent their platforms to a very senior public official whose stock in trade is divisive rhetoric and unjustified castigation of Mr. President. Of course, we cannot forget how a television station reported erroneously that the Ecumenical Center in Abuja was set ablaze by hoodlums during the EndSARS protest, or how another television station reported, also erroneously, that a workman atop a bank building in Lagos was a sniper. But for Providence, this false report could have triggered an orgy of violence. Let us therefore resolve to use our platform to serve both public and national interests, rather than the interests of a few naysayers and agents of destabilization. Let us harness the power of broadcasting to inform, educate, and entertain our people in a positive way. Let us deny dead elders the use of our various platforms. Let us remember that it is because we have a country that we can have broadcast stations. Mohammed, however, urged broadcasting outfits not to shut those critical of the federal government. He said those preaching disunity, divisiveness, misinformation, and hate should not be allowed to use private and public broadcast stations to achieve their goals. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are not asking you to shut out those who are critical of the government or those who are having opposing views. All we are saying is that agents of disunity, deceivedness, misinformation, and hate should not be allowed to use private and public broadcast stations to achieve their goals. On our part, we will continue to partner with BON, which we consider a reliable ally, to keep the people adequately informed of the activities of the government, and also in the successful implementation of key projects like the digital switch over, he said. Full speech of President Muhammadu Buhari's 2020 budget presentation. This is coming in when Lai Mohammed cries out, saying he can't lie that the media is allowing Nigerians to castigate Buhari. What Buhari is not doing, the media is allowing them to say it. That the median people are giving some people the privilege to make use of their stations to carry out evils, to castigate Buhari. According to Mohammed, today in Nigeria, some broadcast stations revel in lending their platform to those whose stock in our trade is to spew hate, as well as angry and divisive rhetoric and misinformation. Someone went on national television to say that the army that was abducted from the Nigeria Defense Academy had been killed, only for the officer to be rescued alive shortly after. Mohammed is saying that the state media stations should not lend out their station to those who are pushing disunity, those who are giving out wrong information, those who are preaching hate, divisiveness. They should not allow them to use public and private broadcast stations to achieve their goals. Although it's not saying the medium people should not speak, should not carry out the necessary information, but they should not use it to preach disunity. They should not lend it out to naysayers. They should not lend it out to agents of destabilization. Rather, they should use the station to resolve and to use the platform to serve both public and national interests. They should harness the power of broadcasting to inform, educate, and entertain people in a positive way. They should deny dead enders the use of various platforms. And we should remember that it is because we have a country that we can have broadcast stations. Security. Lai Mohammed insists Buhari is winning this war and says, "I can't lie to Nigerians. Entire Northeast was a no-go area." Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, has been criticized for saying Nigeria is winning the war against terrorism. Mohammed is accused of being economical with the truth by stating that the current government is winning the war against terrorism. The minister has said the issue of insecurity regarding insurgents under the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government is better if compared to President Goodluck Jonathan's administration. Speaking with BBC, the minister maintained that the situation was worse under the Jonathan-led government. He pointed out that the entire Northeast was a no-go area as schools, markets, and hospitals were closed down due to insurgency activities. Fast forward to Buhari's emergence. The minister stressed that the Buhari-led government was winning the war against insurgency, insisting that Nigeria is not a failed state. He maintained that terrorists have decided to surrender to the Nigerian troops following the recent onslaught against them. However, Mohammed's stance has been countered by the National Youth Coordinator of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Usman Okai Austin, who insisted that the Buhari government was losing the fight against insecurity. This is coming in when Lai Mohammed said he cannot lie, that the media aid are giving out their stations for them to criticize Buhari, that Buhari is trying his power to make sure that the country is stable, that the stations should not lend out their stations to those people who are ready to cause hate, disunity, and bring destabilization to the country. Thank you, my listeners, for listening. Do have a good day.